What made me terrified of our dream home and run out of the house nearly naked? It was only the second night in our new home, and I heard voices coming from our baby's nursery. My husband told me he would be stuck late at work, which meant I would be home alone with our 3-month-old baby. Don't worry about unpacking, he told me. Moving's been rough on all of us. Try and relax some after Molly goes to bed. I'll try. Careful driving home tonight. The house was old and had a creepiness to it when it was dark out. It also didn't help that we were close enough to the highway to hear sirens from emergency vehicles, and I jumped every time they suddenly sounded off. I tried to ignore my nerves. It was just new and different, and there was nothing to be afraid of. But while searching for a couple of mugs to use for coffee in the morning, I heard someone whisper. I jolted up and looked all around me. The house was silent. I felt like a wimp, but I checked the locks on the front door again. Still secure. I went back to the kitchen. Man, these squeaky floors have me hearing things. But I froze with my hand reaching for the fridge door. I heard it again. Whispers from a male voice, and it was coming from my baby's nursery. I instinctively grabbed a knife from the drawer next to me, but had to hold it with both hands due to how hard I was shaking. I tiptoed to her room, then flung open the door and raised the knife over my head, praying that I could scare off the intruder. But all I saw was her crib, a couple of boxes, and her baby monitor flickering from the floor where we plugged it in temporarily. I went over to her window. Still locked. I'm not shaking as much, but my heart is still racing. Man, I really am stressed. I should just go to bed. I'm halfway down the hallway to put the knife back when again, I hear a male voice. Only this time it wasn't a whisper. It was loud and laughing like a maniac. I dropped the knife and stormed back into the nursery. I'm hyperventilating as I fling open her closet and even check under her crib. The room was still empty. Then suddenly, multiple voices filled the room at once. They sounded like static and echoed. I didn't bother to try to make out what they were saying. I scooped up my baby and ran out of the house in just the oversized t-shirt I used as a nightgown and my husband's sandals. I barely remembered to grab my phone and car keys. I'm then sitting in the driver's seat, cuddling my baby who is by some miracle still asleep, and I call my husband. Hey hun, there's a poltergeist and it's after our baby. I told him everything so fast that I had to gasp for air when I was done. And you're sure there was no one in the house with you? No, everything was still locked, and the voices were just there, with no one else in the room. My husband was quiet for a minute before responding. Okay, I'm pulling over now. I have an idea, but you'll need to go back inside. Excuse me? I'm not going in there alone and absolutely not with Molly. It'll be okay, trust me. After 20 minutes of him telling me to go back inside, I finally do it. I'm holding our baby tight to my chest with my husband still on speaker. If I die, I'm gonna kill you. As a ghost? If this ghost kills me, yes. Just go to the nursery. I stand just outside the nursery door. Okay, I'm here. Good. Now don't freak out. I am, in fact, freaking out a lot. Then I hear a new voice. Honey? I scream, and Molly stirs but somehow doesn't wake up. Wait, my husband says on the phone. That was me. Are you really trying to be funny right now? No, I used the radio in my truck. I think Molly's monitor is picking up CB radio chatter. My mind is racing, trying to put together what he just said while still in panic mode. Then it hit me. Molly's baby monitor was an old hand-me-down from a friend, so it functioned like a radio. This meant that it was picking up interference from every 18-wheeler passing by us on the highway that was using their radio to talk. My face drained white again, but this time from embarrassment as my husband laughed at me from the baby monitor.